something like that. Hey everybody, this is Dale, your voice of the Warriors, along with Coach Adams. Today we're here to talk a little bit about Florida. We're going to go to Florida here in about T-minus 2 days, Coach.
Yeah, a couple days. It's going to be very exciting.
Especially seeing the weather forecast. Looks like we've got some snow coming in, and so we're going to get out of here and let them have the snow.
Absolutely.
All right.
Very exciting.
Cool. So the bus is going to leave, around 11 o'clock Sunday morning?
Yeah, so we're going to leave about 11 o'clock Sunday morning. We're going to head 2/3 of the way. Got a hotel in Georgia. Get up Monday morning, head down to the facility, have a meal, and then have a good practice on Monday. Check in, give them some free time Monday night to hang out with their families down there, and the gauntlet will start on Tuesday morning.
All right, there you go. We'll start Tuesday morning around 10 o'clock is when gauntlet number 1 comes, and that is in the form of Loomis Chafee. I believe they're out of Windsor, Connecticut. What do you know about these folks?
They're legit. They're a prep school. They play in that prep school league in Northeast, so they can have fifth-year seniors, guys that are, trying to get ready for college ball. They have some very impressive players. They're really, really good. They're very well coached. It's a way of life for those kids. I mean, it's an athletic school, right? It's also great academically, so I don't want it to sound like it isn't. But athletics is crucial there, right? They've got a bunch of dudes who are going to play at the next level, right? So they got dozen guys committed to play at the next level. They got a mid-90s arm, and from the right side. They got an upper 80s arm from the left side. So, in all honesty, it'll probably be one of the toughest games we play all year, and it's a scrimmage game. So, it's going to be a great experience for us to play against somebody that's really, really good. They don't play for state championships and such. They play a 20-game schedule in that league up there with all the other prep schools. So, but they win a lot. They're really, really good. It's going to be very interesting to see this group, but I think it's going to be great for us, right? Because our guys are going to face real resistance that we don't see on a day in and day out basis in Ohio. We're Division 4, so we're as little as it gets in Ohio, right? So to go out there and face legitimate D1 guys, they can see what it looks like. Our guys are going to be challenged. Not only are they legitimately D1 guys, like these guys are well coached. Like, you look at the coaching staff there, it's unbelievable. He places a ton of guys, and they play a high brand of baseball, so their pitching staff's crazy deep. Their offense is crazy deep. They got one kid with an upper 90s exit velo. So it's going to be a challenge.
So how do you slow a team like that down?
As I've told my kids for 4 years, and I think they get sick of hearing the message, and you've heard the message too, right? We don't compete against them, right? We play against us. If our guys go out and compete their tails off, they play their best, and we lose 10-0 or win 10-0, I don't care. I mean, because if you do the right things often enough, you're going to win a ton of baseball games, which we've done the last 3-4 years. So, Florida's not about winning baseball games. They're exhibitions, right? They're scrimmages. We're going to move some guys around. We're going to try some stuff. We're going to see what we can learn from that game. And as far as slowing them down, like I said, you don't. We focus on us. Do we make the plays we're supposed to make? Do we run the bases the way we're supposed to run bases? And facing that level of pitching can only help you, right? So I'm very excited about that game. It's going to be a great challenge. We'll be ready to go.
All right, game 1, Loomis Chafee at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. All right, Coach. Game 2 is going to be at 10 o'clock also on Wednesday morning, and that's going to be against a team from Canada called the Ontario Nationals. You know a little bit about these folks?
I do know a little bit about these folks, right? So the Ontario Nationals are a team I'm very familiar with competing against, but not at Dayton Christian, right? So this is more Kane stuff, right? They're a club team out of Canada. Obviously, it's an exhibition, so you can do that, and they don't play quote-unquote high school baseball, right? So we're going to face the Nationals, and they're going to be really, really good, right? They play up there in that, I believe it's this, and I might be mistaken with it, they play in this the CPBL, I believe it's called, or BCBPL, I apologize if I messed it up. but it's a really good Canadian league up there because they play a league against each other. Because in Canada, you've got a few 4, 5, 6 legit programs that play against each other, and that's who they compete with the players with, right? So, up there you got the Ontario Nationals. The Terriers used to be a thing up there, right? And so they compete for players up there, and this is select. This isn't high school, right? So we're gonna face a team that's been recruited. You know what I mean? They were put together with all the best from an area. They're crazy deep. Now I don't know which age group we're playing. It doesn't say, right? Are we playing the 18-year team? Are we playing 17, 16? I don't know. Is it a combination of all of them? I don't know the answer to that. So what I do know is the Ontario Nationals are a very legit program. They're well coached. They play the game the right way. I know some college coaches in the northern area of Ohio that have recruited this program some. So I was able to get some quality information from them that I'll keep for myself. And so I think we've got some good information. It's going to be a really, really tough challenge for us. I mean, we're a baseball team with 80 kids in the school, 100 kids in the school, right? That's all we got. So. And we're going to take on, one of the better programs in Canada. So that's going to be a lot of fun for us, right? We have nothing to lose. The old-fashioned David and Goliath story, right? So this will be a lot of fun. They're going to be quality. They'll have 80-mile-an-hour arms, which will be great for us to see consistently to get us ready for the Lucas Days of the world, right? And I think it'll be a good challenge. We'll have to come out. I'm going to start Luke Carnegas in that game. We're going to throw Noah against Loomis. I know he's a freshman, but I kind of want to see the upside against them. And we're going to come back with Carnegas against the Nationals because with the schedule they play, I'm not sure they've seen something like that before. So Luke's a little different, right? That's who's going to throw that game, and should be a lot of fun.
Well, cool. Well, you mentioned David and Goliath. Sometimes you got to show up to a sword fight with a rock, right?
Yep.
And just see what you can do, right?
Yep.
So that's great. That sounds like a fun time on Wednesday. So that's Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. And then there's a special surprise Wednesday night.
Yeah, so Wednesday night, I just wanted to do something cool for the guys. So I got them all tickets to see Central Florida and Miami. Obviously, Jeremy Randolph, who I'm very, very close to from the Miamisburg area. His dad still coaches with me, right? Is on staff down there at UCF. Greg uses the former coach at Wright State. We still use the new school base training that I learned from them. So that's how we play, and Greg does a great job. Ted is the hitting coach down there. We've had a few conversations about some players, so he's a phenomenal coach down there, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights, two top programs in my opinion in the country, and I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
So that's in Orlando, right?
That's in Orlando. So it's about an hour and 20 minutes from where we're gonna be staying. But I just thought it was cool to, I thought it was a good idea. And, thanks to my wife for letting me buy the tickets, right? But because she's awesome. But I just thought it was really cool. It's something, Wednesday we play at 10 a.m. So it's noon, and then what are you going to do? Like, we're going to do some mission stuff on Tuesday night or Thursday night. We're still finalizing the details here, which I think that's awesome. Yeah. We're going to go do missions and spread the love of Christ and, do those things on one of those nights. We're waiting back to hear from a contact in Florida that's setting it up for us. And I think that's the most important thing that we do at Dayton Christian is the mission stuff. So we're going to do some mission stuff while we're down there one night. But, Wednesday night, I just want them to have a good time.
Yeah.
And then the other day when we don't do missions, we'll try to make a beach day out of it. But I just think Central Florida and Miami, two great college baseball programs. I want our guys to see how it's played at the highest level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're that freshman that, I'm yelling at you about all this stuff, or the middle infielder who doesn't understand what a tandem is and all those things that you've never heard before, and then we go watch it at the highest level, and you get to see them execute what we've been working on in practice. I think that's great. Plus, it's loose. We can, we're not playing a ball game Wednesday night. We're having a great time with each other. We're loving on each other. We're telling stories. We're telling jokes. We're laughing. We're eating hot dogs or whatever it is. So I just think that's important, and I think that'll build the trust with our team a little bit more.
Sure, and maybe an opportunity to meet a college coach or a college player along the way.
Absolutely.
All
right.
I
got some contacts there, so we'll see if I can get them to come say hi to our guys or whatever.
Cool. So that's great. So we're looking again at Wednesday morning for the ball game, and then Wednesday night, Central Florida versus the University of Miami, the Hurricanes from the ACC. All right. All right, Coach. Now we're going to move on to Thursday at 1 o'clock. We're going to play another team from Canada called Sarnia Braves. A little bit of information about them?
Yeah, a little bit. So Sarnia is a quality club. they're going to be solid. They're a select team, just like the Nationals. They don't play in that Canadian League though, so I think they play. I'm not going to say better or worse, but I'm going to say they play a different schedule. So like they're not in that league up there, I don't believe, at least, unless it's changed in the last couple of years. So, but they'll be well coached. They do a decent job for those players up there in Canada, and this is another team that I would more run into more often with the Canes, right, than I would with Dayton Christian. But there's a very solid select program, and I think that for them, I think that's where when we get into that game, I think we're going to throw our two. We're going to throw Nate Scanlon at them. Nate competes in the zone. He doesn't waste pitches. He attacks. I think that's important in that game. And we'll see. It'll be fun because that'll be the one game that his brother catches while we're in Florida. So it'll be brother throwing to brother. That'll be kind of fun for Mr. Scanlon, right? DJ Dad. He won't be in the booth, but he'll be able to watch his boys throw to each other. And, so I think that'll be fun. But, as I said, Sarni's going to be solid, but we're going to go down there and compete against ourselves and try to be the best version of us. And, I think that'll be a very quality game for us.
So is it similar to the Nationals where you don't know what age level you're playing?
Correct. Like they're a select program. So is it a high school combination? I don't know. We're playing the 15U, playing the 17U. Those are two different discussions, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know who we're playing, which team they're bringing. I've tried to find out that information. Mm-hmm. I know plenty of information about the organization itself. Mm-hmm. But I don't know which team particular they're bringing. So it's hard to figure out which arms are coming with them, right?
Right.
So it makes it a little tougher to do some research, but I think that'll be good for us.
Cool. Okay, that's Thursday at 1 o'clock, Sarnia Braves. All right, Coach, we've got one more game to go. We got Thursday at 7 o'clock in the evening, and this is going to be at the stadium on the Jackie Robinson facility grounds. And this is going to be against a team from New Jersey called Rutgers Prep.
Yeah.
What do you know about Rutgers Prep?
So Rutgers Prep, they're a private school in New Jersey. At least they're a high school, so that's gonna be fun for us after the first 3 days, right? So we're playing a high school team out of New Jersey. They lost in the sectional of the non-public tournament last year. Looked like they've had quality squad. They keep a big roster. They graduated like 9 or 10 seniors, so they lost a lot of playing time. They have a freshman who's really, really good. Looks like he's really, really good. It's nice to play a high school team because you know who's on their team, right? Mm-hmm. You can do research. But yeah, so they look like they're well coached. They had a good record. They had a winning record last year. So they're going to be a very quality club. That'll be the game Naaman starts, right? I don't know if they're naming against the high school team. Mm-hmm. So Naaman will throw that one, and that'll be fun. Plan is to close Isaac Scanlon, who I plan on using as our closer this year, and so Isaac will be the relief guy in that game. Try to build those pitch counts up, to get ready when we come home on the 26th. So that'll be nice. That's the one high school team we play down there, like true high school team. You got the prep school, which is a high school, right. So I don't mean it that way, but. Like I said, they're a private school in New Jersey. They had a winning record. Seem like they do a nice job. Look like they keep a big roster. And like I said, graduation hit them hard with 9 or 10 players. So not sure what we'll see. Usually at a prep school like that, you would think that they have next guys in line, right? Mm-hmm. That are coming. But I don't know. There wasn't a lot of at bats given. There's a couple freshmen who had a ton of at bats last year for them. So I think it'll probably be a little younger, or at least new faces for them. But that'll be a great challenge for us, and to play a really good team out of New Jersey will be fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome, and I think everybody's looking forward to this trip. We were looking forward to it 2 years ago, and then we got smacked down with COVID.
Yeah.
And so now I think we're going to actually be able to get this one done and underway. So we've got 4 games to play there. We've got a game against a UCF versus Miami, mm-hmm. And then you've got mission work, which is extremely important. So it looks like a pretty busy week. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of time at the beach. I mean, we are at Vero Beach after all, right?
So obviously the plan is to play 4 games and have one activity each day. I do think it's important that we let the parents take them one night. And I know I've been driving parents crazy, right? that I'm putting them on such a rigorous schedule. Like, you can't tell me what day you want to sign them out. I'm just not going to go through that, right? This is about team bonding. This is about growing our team and getting ready for the 2022 season. So one night, like I said, we're having what we call parent night, where you can sign them out for a few hours and you guys can go do what you plan to do. And but I think it's important that the rest of the week, we're going to do 9 p.m. devotionals every night, and Coach Halter is going to lead those. Obviously, he worked in the church for a long time, and Coach Eric Halter was a phenomenal hire for us. He's been absolutely amazing this spring. What a home run he was, right? So, Coach Halter, I talk to a ton now. He's all in. He works hard. And he's going to lead our devotionals. So I was thinking about him leading our devotionals. I was thinking about how happy I am with him as a coaching hire. In all honesty, he's been phenomenal. It kind of, and this isn't a shot at anybody. I love our coaches, but it feels a lot like when I worked with Tim, right? And I'm not saying that Eric's Tim. Tim is one of the best baseball coaches I have ever met in my life. I learned so much from Tim Bauer in the year I was here, but Coach Halter is all in. Like, he lives it. We're talking at 11:30 every night. Like, I close the facility at 10, clean the floor, we do all that stuff, and at 11 o'clock I'm driving home and I'm talking to Coach Halter on the phone, and we're talking about Dayton Christian baseball. And I just love having him, the passion he has, and what an amazing hire for our team. And then Coach Ewald is going to go down to Florida with us and drive one of the vans, and he's going to coach our middle school team. But he's been great for our catchers, because obviously Coach Ewald was a really good catcher at Waynesville High School, and he's worked with our catchers some this spring, and I'm super excited about all this stuff. But I think it's important that when we get down there, we have a schedule, because I'm not trying to control them where they have a little circle they can hop in, right? But at the same time, I think it's more important about the team development, right? This isn't vacation, so to speak. It's more team vacation than family vacation. So one night we're obviously going to do the mission stuff, which is the most important thing we do at Dayton Christian. One night we're going to go to the beach. One night we're going to Central Florida, Miami. And then Friday during the day, I may find a fun activity, maybe go-karts or an arcade or putt-putt or just something, because we don't play till 7 o'clock that night, right? So try to do something fun. I don't know what that is. But I think it's important that we have that great night, and then obviously we'll come home next Saturday, and then it's great for us because then we have 7 days to clean up what we saw and get ready for National Trail.
Yeah, and then those 7 days will pass by real fast.
Real fast.
So that field out there still needs a little bit of work. We need a little bit of fertilizer on it to green that up, and we'll be able to cut that. And I'm looking forward to this season. I think that this is going to be a great experience for these boys to go down there, to bond as a team. I think that right there, just chemistry building part of it, will just be so important for them.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the work that you and Coach Halter have done to put this together, and an effort 2 years ago that nobody could do anything about, but here we are, and you put in a lot of effort. So I know on behalf of all the parents, we all appreciate all of your hard work, and we know how much you love these kids.
Oh,
we absolutely know.
100%. I just love these guys. I want them to be, the best men they can be. More than baseball. Like, do I want to win baseball games? Yeah. If I'm playing you in checkers, I'm going to beat you. That's just how I look at things, right? Until you beat me, I'm going to beat you. And baseball's the same way. But I think truly that's just because baseball reflects life. This game's hard.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the kids about this yesterday, that in baseball, this game will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. It is the hardest game. I mean, this isn't a shot at any other sport. But if you're big and fast and strong, you're going to be okay on the football field, and you can be consistent. Right? If you're bigger and faster and jump higher and strong, and I coach basketball and I love the game, right? But, you're big, fast, and strong all the time. Right? Mm-hmm. In baseball, it's such technique that big, fast, and strong is important. I'm not lying and saying it isn't, but you have to have technique. Right? Mm-hmm. We're not the biggest team in the world, but we've won a lot of games together, right? And I say that as a guy who, growing up, I wanted to be Travis Ford, right? I didn't want to be a baseball player. I wanted to be Travis Ford at the University of Kentucky playing point guard, right? But so this game, I love it. It reflects life. It teaches you struggles. You go through it. I mean, when you think you figure this game out, you go into 0 for 12, and all of a sudden you don't think you can play this game anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And so it teaches you to stay controlled in your emotions. It teaches you to stay balanced. Well, I mean, in my opinion, that's how life is, right? You get punched in the mouth as an adult, as a grown-up, and if you don't know how to control your emotions and you let it mentally defeat you, right, bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
So, when bad things happen to good people, you got to know how to deal with them. And I think baseball teaches that, because if you fail 70% of the time, you're successful.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Baseball's a sport that's built around failure. Learning how to overcome failure and achieve and have success is why I always said when I was coaching, baseball will teach you how about life.
Yeah, absolutely.
More so than some other sports would.
Which is why I love coaching it, right? I love teaching it. I mean, there's technique and all that stuff, and that's fun too, but I just think it mentally toughens you up. It shows you what you need to be. It shows you who you need to be as a person. Can you be a great teammate when you're not playing? I mean, I think that says a lot about your character, right? You know, I've always compared that to, and this is a quote I'm going to steal from Coach Randolph, right, which is fun because we're going to go see his son next week down in Central Florida. But I'm stealing this from Coach Randolph. This isn't mine. He always used to say, being a great teammate when you're not playing is like being the person that returns the shopping cart. Mm-hmm. I'll learn everything that I need to learn about you if you don't return the shopping cart, because there is no punishment for that.
Yep. Yeah.
And being a great teammate when you're not playing is the same thing. Mm-hmm. Right? It's easy to be a great teammate when you're batting third and playing shortstop or center field or starting at catcher. Can you be a great teammate when you're chasing foul balls? Mm-hmm. Or you're 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts? You know what I mean? So that's why this is the greatest game in the world. And, you know, I love the comparison of being a great teammate when you're not playing is like the guy who doesn't return the shopping cart and leaves it outside his car. You know, I think it tells me all about your character. And I think character is important. You know, we had these freshmen who have been through that are seniors now, right? They didn't play much. That 2020 class was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. So these guys had to wait their turn. And last year they got their chance and they had a great season. You know, and most of them were great teammates that year, right? We've had some conversations with a couple, and I think it helped them mature. Realize I wasn't just being mean to them. I didn't play them because I didn't like them, right? I mean, I'll bench my mom if it helps us win. That's just the truth, right? Like, I'm going to play the best guys. It doesn't mean I don't love the guy that's not playing. But I'll also be honest with them and tell them what they need to do. And I think communication's key, and I think that's the biggest strength of our program is we communicate with each other, and we, you know, they know exactly where they're at and why they're there. Mm-hmm. And I've been honest with them. And for me, that's great because you don't have to remember what you lied about, right?
Exactly.
But I do. I love them. They're my family. My wife will say it all the time that we have 40 kids at a time, right? Because we have 5 at home, right? Mm-hmm. I love them all dearly. We'll feel a little older today because our 2 girls just got their temps today, so that makes me feel old. But the 2 high school girls, so
I understand.
That makes me feel old. But yeah. So I mean, I think my wife always says, you know, we'll have 30 kids at the time, 35 to 40 kids at the time, right? Mm-hmm. Because we have the Canes kids, the DC kids, and then we have ours. So, but you know, like I said, I do love them. I love them. I mean, if we don't win a baseball game this season and they all grow as men, then we won, right? We won. You know, I mean, it's not about playing college baseball and winning state championships. Do we want to? Sure we do. Sure we do. I mean, obviously we have team goals that we want to try to achieve, but I do. I mean, when you say I love them, I genuinely do. I mean, I hope these kids know, and I've said it multiple times. Maybe some of the underclassmen don't understand yet that I'm going to coach them hard, right? You know, the old Bruce Arians quote, coach them hard, hug them after. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to do around here, and I do love them. And if they call me at 2 a.m, I'm going to answer the phone, and you know what I mean? I'm going to be there for them. So I love my guys. I'm excited for the trip.
Well, I think we're all excited for the trip, and so we are, T-minus 2 days from you guys leaving, and some of us are going to leave tomorrow. Other family members are flying down, some are driving, so I want to say that if you're driving or flying, either way you're trying to get down there, we just pray that you have a safe trip and that you enjoy each other while you're down there. And let's go have a good time in Florida.
Absolutely.
You know what? Have the snow. Leave the snow here. We're leaving. We're going to Florida. All right. So for
Coach Adams,
I'm Dale, and we are out.